Thank you very much for this opportunity to speak to you about the proposed Diary Prima mineral lead-zinc mine in North Sumatra. My name is Dr. Stephen H. Emmerman. I have an MA in geophysics from Princeton University and PhD in geophysics from Cornell University. I have 31 years of experience teaching hydrology and geophysics, including teaching as a Fulbright professor in Ecuador and Nepal, and I have 70 peer-reviewed publications in these areas. I am now the owner of Malach Consulting, which specializes in evaluating the environmental impacts of mining for mining companies, as well as governmental and non-governmental organizations. I have evaluated proposed and existing tailings dams in North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia, and Oceania. And I have testified on tailings dams before the U.S. House of Representatives Subcommittee on Indigenous Peoples of the United States. I am the chair of the Body of Knowledge Subcommittee for the U.S. Society on Dams. I am the author of the chapter on waste management for the upcoming Underground Mining Handbook of the Society for Mining, Metallurgy, and Exploration, and one of the authors of Safety First, Guidelines for Responsible Mine Tailings Management. I am often asked, what is the worst mining project that I have ever reviewed? It is difficult to answer that question because there are so many ways in which a mining project can go wrong. However, I can say with confidence that I have never reviewed a proposed mining project that shows such callous disregard for human life as the proposed DPM mine. The most dangerous aspect of any mining project is the permanent above-ground storage of mine tailings. The mine tailings are the crushed rock particles that remain after the mineral of interest has been extracted. In the case of the DPM mine, 1.5 million metric tons of mine tailings would be permanently stored behind a 25-meter-high earthen dam. The danger is the eventual catastrophic failure of the tailings dam, with threat to human life and the release of toxic mine tailings into the environment. Following the failure of the tailings dam at the DPM mine, the river system will carry the toxic tailings all the way to Aceh. An essential step in preventing catastrophic failure from turning into loss of life is not locating tailings dams immediately upstream from communities. By contrast, in the case of the DPM mine, there would be numerous homes, churches, and mosques within 1,000 meters downstream of the tailings dam. The special significance of churches and mosques is that there will be frequent occasions for large gatherings that will exceed the number of local residents. In addition, the village of Parangil is about 1,800 meters downstream from the tailings dam. It is noteworthy that, according to Chinese regulations, no tailings dam can be constructed within 1,000 meters of a populated area. Although the mining company is Indonesian, it has majority ownership by a Chinese state-owned company. It is disturbing that a Chinese state-owned company could construct a mine in Indonesia that would be illegal in China. Another essential step in preventing disaster is designing the tailings dam so that it can withstand extreme events, such as extreme earthquakes and extreme storms. According to international standards, if the failure of a dam could result in loss of life, the dam should be designed to withstand the probable maximum flood, which is the largest flood that is theoretically possible at a given location. The probable maximum flood is significantly rarer than even a 10,000-year flood, meaning that its annual probability of exceedance is significantly less than 0.01%. By contrast, the tailings dam for the DPM mine would be designed to withstand only a 100-year flood, meaning that the probability of failure in any given year would be 1%. This translates into a probability of failure of 7.7% over the 8 years of operation of the mine. Indonesia actually has the strictest dam safety regulations in the world. They are modeled after the dam safety regulations in Switzerland, so that all dams are supposed to be able to withstand the probable maximum flood, regardless of the consequences of dam failure. It is disturbing that this mining project has reached its current stage, with such flagrant disregard for both national and international standards. It is important to note that the threat to downstream communities does not end with the cessation of the mining project. The above-ground storage of mine tailings and the threat to downstream communities and the environment will be permanent. In the case of the DPM mine, there is discussion of the need for closure of the tailings dam, but it is simply a list of generalities. There is no plan to dewater the tailings, but only the statement of an intention that it should happen. Certainly, there is no plan to inspect and maintain the tailings dam forever. Based on the unacceptable risk of loss of human life and major damage to the environment, my recommendation is to reject the proposal for the DPM mine. And thank you for listening.